What's up, everyone? We got some pizza today. It's been quite a while since I had a slice of pizza, so I thought it sounded kind of good. And if I'm, I've done a previous mukbang on Tony's Pizza, but actually I found that there's another like a little Tony's restaurant on Haight Street. So it's like it's not really like a restaurant, but it's like a well, it is, but there's not much seating there, but it's mostly takeout. So yeah, I want to see if this other Tony's little place has the same quality as the original one in San Francisco. Let's get into it. Just got the basic. I go to just pepperoni, sausage, mushroom pizza right here. So yeah, let's go. So let's talk about today's topic, Hunter x Hunter episode 6. So from last episode, Gon and Kurapika found their way back to where all the examinees are, and once upon arriving there, they see Hisoka, and he actually points them to the direction of a tree where Lario's uh, sitting next to, and trying to wake him up, say, "You all right?" And Lario was in a daze, knocked out instantly by Hisoka, right? So here's where phase 2 of the Hunter exam begins. So it's placed in the Bisca Forest Park, and Satotz says his farewell to everyone and leaves it into the hands of the next phase 2 examiners. So the next examiners are Menchi and Buhara, and they're also gourmet hunters. And obviously, uh, being their occupation as gourmet hunters, the next task is to cook a dish that is deemed delicious to both of them. So the special ingredient, much like if you watch Food Network or any cooking show, competitive cooking competition show, the secret ingredient is pork. So Buhara says that you can go out to Bisca Forest and you can choose any type of pig species in the Bisca Forest. So everyone is, immediately runs out trying to find the pigs. But Buhara did not tell them that there's actually only one type of species of pig in the Bisca Forest, and it happens to be the world's most ferocious pig known around the world, known as the Great Stamp. So the reason why they call it that, because they have huge snouts and they send their prey flying. And Gon's actually the first one to discover one of these great stamps, and as he's fighting one of these great ferocious big pigs, he accidentally comes across one of their weaknesses. So I believe some apple fell, a couple of apples fell on the great stamp's forehead, and he found the weakness. Their foreheads are very soft and weak, and that's why they have huge snouts to protect their foreheads. So everyone catches on, and they come back to the test site and they start cooking their pigs. And one by one, uh, Buhara is he's a big dude and he's easy to please. He's hungry at this time, so he's scarfing down whatever these examinees are handing out. However, on the other hand, Menchi is the real tough cookie. She says that everyone is just doing the same thing, just roasting the pigs and not putting much thought and effort into it, trying to make it delicious, right? And some examinees start to get angry because what's the point of this exam? Most of us aren't going to become gourmet hunters as a result. And one of them tries to attack one of Menchi, and Buhara sends that examinee flying. And eventually we get around to Kurapika, Gon, and Lario as well. So pretty much, they see everyone failing before them, and they try to change it up a little bit, but it's not by much. So Gon, how those restaurants they put those little the flags and put the sticks on top of their dishes. That's what Gon did, and Menchie thought this was a joke. You think you're just trying to make it look nice, even though it doesn't taste better. Next, same thing. Lario did the same thing as well. And then Kurapika actually made his dish a little different. Kind of put some thought into it, but as Menchie took her first bite, she said, "The presentation may look good, but it all comes down to taste as well, and your dish is doesn't taste good at all." So one by one, everyone's failing, and as a result, Menchie, she loses her cool and says, "You know what? Everyone at this test site, all these examinees this year, they failed the test. They didn't fulfill my expectations of creating a delicious dish." Okay, let's get another slice right here. Okay, so actually, you remember Satotz said he was actually, leaving the examinees in the new care of the next examiners. He's actually overseeing what's happening in phase two, and he's in a tree. And he says, "As I feared, phase two isn't going as well, and all the examinees are failed due to Menchie's, tough palate, right?" And it's also known that Menchie only a few chefs around the world can satisfy her palate. So she's super picky when it comes to food. So Satotz is on the phone. He wants to talk to the chairman, and the chairman of the hunter exam, and he gets word of this and decides, you know what, let me go in person and talk to Menchi, Buhara, and all the other examinees. So he makes his way down, and we get to know this old man is named Netero, and Menchi is very sorry for saying that she's not really fit to be an examiner, and I'll drop out right here as an examiner. But Netero says that, yeah, okay, you can drop out, but this is way too last minute. It will take too much time to find another examiner and to plan out another part of the test. Also, on short notice, this is unreasonable. So he decides that, you know what, I'm gonna give you a second chance. You're gonna still be an examiner, but you have to come up with a new test. So Menchie is very glad that Netero gave her a second chance, and she comes up with another test as well. So everyone goes aboard on the chairman's airship and taken to a ravine. So the object of this new phase two test is to get boiled eggs. And in this ravine, there's uh, eggs planted by spider eagles in this ravine. But it's very dangerous to get to these eggs, as it's the ravine is uh, you know a tall height. You can die just from just jumping and risking your life to get these eggs. But yeah, these eggs are unwrapped in spider webs, like the spider eagle's name suggests. And first off, Menchi shows everyone how it's done. So everyone's a little taken back. She, with no fear, she jumps down the ravine, and everyone's thinking, this girl's crazy. How's she gonna get back up, right? But she has a very good innate sense. There's actually an updraft in this ravine, but you have to time it obviously and know when it's coming. Otherwise, you just fall to your death. And Menchi, being the veteran gourmet hunter she is, she's done this many times before. The life of a gourmet hunter is very dangerous as well. Doesn't matter what type of hunter you are. Gourmet hunters have to interact with very dangerous species of animals and put their lives lives on the line as a result. So obviously she gets the egg, and everyone tries to follow suit. And some people, they didn't really sense when the updraft was coming up from the ravine, and they fall into their deaths as a result. So now Gon and everyone is trying to observe and see how when the updraft is coming. So Gon has the innate ability to sense when the updraft is coming, and as right before the updraft was coming, everyone was panicking since I believe there's too many people going at once, and the spider eagle's webs were falling apart. But right before it was about to come loose, Gon said, "Let go now," and that's when everyone got the eggs, and the updraft came perfect at the perfect time. And you remember those people that got the eggs, they boiled their eggs, and at the end of the day, they tasted it for themselves, and they said it was one of the most delicious boiled eggs they ever had in their life. And remember the examinee that tried to attack Menchi? There's a lot of examinees who failed phase 2, saying, "This is crazy. I'm not going to risk my life and jump down a ravine if I lose my life as a result." So they were kind of too scared to do it. And the examinee that attacked Menchi says that, "Hey, you want to try one of these eggs?" And he says that it's super delicious. And Menchi says that this sense of feeling and fulfillment and these delicious foods is what gourmet hunters risk their lives for. So everyone has something that they're striving to, and hers happens to be cooking and delicious food. So the examiner says, "I'm sorry for attacking you earlier, and I've learned my lesson, and next year I'll be back at it trying to take the hunter exam again." And she says, "You know what? Yeah, feel free, glad to take it again. No, no harsh feelings." So the narrator then fills this in. So like toward the end of every episode, the narrator at the end of every part of the exam give an update on how many participants are left in the test. So there was a drastic drop from last episode. So I think last episode there's like 100 something participants left. Now it's all the way down to 42 participants. So after each test, generally a lot of it strains out from the weak from the strong. So yeah, it's getting good. So like the hunter exam is no joke at all. It's very difficult to pass as well. So yeah, the pizza right here it's pretty good. It's pretty good. But yeah, I'm probably gonna just save this for dinner or something later. But yeah, everyone, thank you for watching. A lot of people these days, I feel like they're tired of the coronavirus. A lot of people are starting to go out again, right? But just still be careful out there. Wear a mask. But unfortunately, I do see a lot of people not wearing masks outside. I think people think it's like a stupid thing to wear a mask, but just in case for precautions, it doesn't hurt while you're going out just to wear a mask. Just be safe out there, But yeah, thank you for watching. Peace.